Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well wherever you happen to be. Some of you guys know that I've been in Bali in the last few months, and it's hopefully, as if everything goes as planned, it's my last day here. So I'm just doing some last explorations, last hint of freedom before I go into lockdown mode. And I thought I would record a little update for you guys. Uh, First of all, I'm sorry I haven't been able to do anything with the channel. I haven't been able to edit the podcast that I want to launch and stuff because it's been a shit show. Uh, been trying to book a ticket out of here to get back to Scandinavia, get back to Norway, which is kind of one of my homes where I might be this summer. And yeah, countries are shut down, they don't let you in, they don't let you transfer through them, blah blah blah. So I don't know, I have a ticket tomorrow, goes Bali to Jakarta, capital of Indonesia, to Bangkok, and then to Norway, and we'll hope that I don't get stuck anywhere on the way, but we'll see. I'll be in lockdown somewhere in the world in a few days. um, yeah Health-wise, I'm not so concerned about myself. I have been really healthy here in the last month. I feel younger than I have felt in years, so that's fine. I'm just like trying to get out of here and get into lockdown somewhere so I can start being productive and create content for you guys, etc., etc. And I just want to be in a country where I know that I'm allowed to stay as long as I want, and that there's no visa problems, and then I can just go into shutdown mode and continue being healthy and continue working on this project. Uh, yeah, I have two ideas for people that are bored at home, because I know some of you are. One is to juggle, and there's several benefits about juggling. One is I want you to, if you take up juggling. So juggling is good for beach volleyball in terms of you get hand speed, like hand reaction speed, and like just better sort of overall vision of where things are compared to your body and like catching them. So it's basically like eye-hand coordination, whatever people think about that term, but that's kind of what it is. Um, but there's a lot of other get benefits too, which is if you guys are so bored that you take me up on this juggling, please uh, at least the locals are still positive. uh, Please try to pay attention to how your body learns. This is kind of a weird concept, but just like think about what is going on in your mind and what happens from the day 1 to day 2 to day 3 to day 4 if you like constantly try to juggle and learn a new skill. Because this is basically like learning how to learn, and this you can apply later to beach volleyball when the world goes back to normal and we can get out and play again. uh, so that's Pay attention to that. Also pay attention to, in juggling, when you start fucking things up, you can sort of, there's a mind switch. It's like, okay, I'm in trouble, I'm gonna let these balls fall. Or you can be like, I'm in trouble, but I'm still gonna try to get this juggling pattern back to normal. And this is gonna happen more like when you actually know how to juggle and then you start making maybe tricks or something. But this is exactly the same mindset as we should have if we want to be scrappy defenders and like not let any ball die and just like pursue everything and try to make the best out of everything. So in short, there's a lot of good things about juggling that can translate to beach volleyball later. And if you're stuck in a room somewhere, like, you might as well be doing some sports, because otherwise you turn crazy. So yeah, that's my little coronavirus quarantine tip. I'm gonna be doing some juggling myself for sure. Um, Maybe I can do some more content later once I get out of here, once I know where I'm gonna be and whatnot. Another thing is, if you guys have time left over, there's a podcast episode that has been that kind of changed my whole life, both in beach volleyball, but also in the rest of my life. And if you guys have time over, I'm gonna put a link in the description below. It basically just talks about how impactful our thoughts are for our health. Um, I could be wrong, I'm not a doctor, but some of the things I've read are kind of telling me that the coronavirus is like, you get it, and the people it gets bad for, it's like their immune system is like flipping on themselves. Like the immune system goes into this like overdrive mode, which then starts hurting itself. And for me, this sounds like a very mental thing. I can just imagine if you're sitting in some country, you've been sitting for a month and just watching the negative news, like, oh, the coronavirus is coming this way, and like, I'm gonna die, and you get more and more panicky, and the day hits you, and you're like, I have this dry cough, like, you're pretty much gonna talk yourself into getting the fever as well. And then you're pretty much gonna talk yourself, like, our minds are incredibly powerful. I can myself, I've been able to hear in the last time, like, I can, within a minute, if I start thinking about like how bad everything is, I can get like physical pains in my body, and I can start coughing and stuff. it's I'm not gonna go there. Just take 40 minutes of your, if you have unlimited time right now anyway, and just listen to this podcast. It's very scientific. It's like explained very well, even for scientific terms, because the guy that explains it, he is a doctor from the beginning, in his education, and he's just like explains why he kind of stopped believing in the whole, not in the whole industry, but just the way things are done sometimes. Whatever. Listen to it if you want. I think it's a podcast that the whole world should listen to. I think it will save lives. But that's just me. Have fun. Take care of yourself. Talk to you soon. Once I get into lock mode, I'll get productive. Yeah. Let's get through this. And on the other side, we can play volleyball, be very happy that we can hang out with each other again, and be stronger than ever. Talk to you soon.